Do you know what this prickly and somewhat ugly creature is? You might think of a frog or some kind of reptile, but actually, it's a toad, a creature that many people may not find appealing due to its rough and unusual appearance. However, few would guess that this seemingly useless animal could actually become a thriving industry in China. Hello everyone, today we're going to explore a rather strange but fascinating topic: toad farming in China. That's right, not the cute and easy-to-raise animals we usually think of. Toads, with their rough and unappealing look, are becoming a booming industry in China. Have you ever imagined that this creature, which typically lives in damp places, can be farmed in specialized facilities? And surprisingly, it brings both economic and health benefits that are quite unexpected. So why are toads being farmed in China? How is this industry developing, and what benefits might it bring that you wouldn't have imagined? Let's explore these fascinating stories and the reasons behind the rapid growth of this toad farming industry. Let's begin this exciting journey right now. In recent years, toad farming has become a rapidly growing industry, especially in China. Although toads are not a beloved animal due to their rough, bumpy appearance and somewhat intimidating look, in reality, they provide significant economic and medical benefits. One of the main reasons why toad farming has become so popular is because toads are widely used in traditional Chinese medicine. Numerous studies have shown that certain species of toads contain substances with powerful pharmacological effects, which help treat conditions such as arthritis, cardiovascular diseases, and even cancer. Thanks to these properties, toads have become an important raw material in the pharmaceutical industry. As you can see, this man is using an iron tool to gently pinch the back of the toad's neck to collect its venom. The white substance we see here is the toad's venom. Extracting this venom requires great care, as it can cause permanent blindness if it comes into contact with the eyes. Therefore, this task must be carried out with utmost precision and safety. Toad skin is a traditional medicine used in Chinese medicine with many beneficial effects, including detoxifying, reducing swelling and pain, promoting wound healing, boosting immunity, and anti-inflammatory properties. However, the harvesting of toad skin is still quite limited because toads usually shed their skin at night and often eat it themselves. As a result, harvesting toad skin has become more difficult. Not only used in medicine, toads are also known in the food industry, with toad meat being a famous dish in many cultures, especially in rural areas of China. Toad farming in China is also expanding to serve export purposes. Toad farms are being built everywhere, not only to meet domestic demand but also to supply products to international markets. Thanks to advanced farming technologies and professional care processes, toad farming is becoming increasingly efficient and profitable, helping many families and small businesses in China to grow economically. What's particularly noteworthy is that toad farming does not require a large amount of space or resources. Toads can live and thrive in small, low-cost areas, which makes it easier for people to get involved in this industry without needing significant initial investment. Many people may confuse toads with frogs because both are amphibians, but in reality they have many distinct differences in appearance, behavior, and habitat. Frogs have a slim body, smooth and moist skin, and long legs that allow them to jump far, while toads have a short, plump body, dry, bumpy skin, and short legs, making them better suited for crawling. Frogs can jump high and far, while toads only take short hops and mainly move by crawling. Frogs live near water, whereas toads typically live farther away from water, in drier areas. All species of toads are poisonous, while not all frogs are poisonous. Frogs lay eggs in clusters in water, while toads lay eggs in long chains. In general, despite their similar appearance, the differences in behavior and habitat will help you distinguish between them. The process of toad farming is actually quite simple, as toads are wild animals with good adaptability to their environment. However, to achieve high effectiveness in toad farming, especially in terms of growth rate and yield, it is essential to understand some basic procedures. Before starting to farm toads, thorough preparation is required. The first step is to understand the characteristics of the toad species you intend to farm, including their habits and nutritional needs. Toads are insectivores, and their primary food sources are insects such as mosquitoes, flies, ants, caterpillars, and many others. To increase the variety of food, Farmers can dim the lights in the toad farm at night to attract insects, allowing the toads to feed. However, providing natural insects can be challenging and unstable. Therefore, there are now many types of commercial feed available on the market specifically designed for toads, which easily solve this issue. These feeds are formulated to meet the toad's full nutritional requirements, including proteins, minerals, and essential vitamins for their growth. Next, prepare the farming area, which can be either indoors or outdoors. Regardless of the location, the farming area needs to be clean, well ventilated, and have proper heating measures in place. The farming environment plays a crucial role in the development of the toads. Toads prefer warm and humid conditions, so it's important to maintain an appropriate temperature and humidity throughout the farming process. At the same time, the environment should not be too hot or too damp. It should also be well ventilated with adequate lighting. You can also spread a layer of soil or sand in the farming area so that the toads can burrow and find shelter. To create a more natural living space, you can add plants to provide shade and create a more favorable environment for the toads. Clean water is also essential, as toads will breed in water during the breeding season. Although toads are animals that can survive relatively well on their own, to achieve optimal growth rates and yield, you need to monitor them regularly and provide proper care. Their diet must be tailored to each stage of development, and you should frequently check the quality of both their food and water. During the farming process, you may face some issues, such as toads getting sick or dying. To minimize these risks, maintain a clean farming environment, select high-quality food, and regularly monitor the health of the toads. If a toad falls ill, it should be isolated immediately, and a veterinarian should be consulted for treatment. If a toad dies, it's important to investigate the cause and implement preventive measures for future farming. The reproductive process of toads is quite unique and follows distinct seasonal patterns. During the breeding season, male toads use their characteristic calls to attract females for mating. Each male typically mates with several different females throughout the breeding season, so they move around in search of mates. The breeding season for toads occurs from November to February, when the females are ready to lay eggs. Toads typically lay their eggs in still water bodies such as ponds, lakes, or swamps. Each female toad can lay anywhere from a few hundred to 7,000 eggs in a single breeding season. The eggs are black, about 1.5 millimeters in size, and are encased in a protective mucous membrane. This mucus layer not only shields the eggs from external elements, but also helps prevent them from drying out or becoming damaged. When the eggs hatch, they develop into larvae, known as tadpoles. At first, tadpoles resemble fish and swim using their tails. Throughout this stage, the tadpoles continue to grow and gradually undergo metamorphosis. As they start to develop legs, they will leave the water and move on to land. After completing their breeding, during winter, toads will seek shelter to hibernate. They usually find burrows, rock crevices, or other warm places to rest throughout the winter. During this period, toads rarely come out and mostly rest. Only when the weather warms up in spring do they begin to wake up and venture out to search for food. Toads are highly sensitive to cold weather and will avoid areas with low temperatures. Thank you all for your continuous support and for being with Lee Farm. Your interest and encouraging words are a huge motivation for us to keep sharing valuable knowledge on agriculture and farming. We hope our videos provide value and offer useful information. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any future videos from Lee Farm. Wishing you a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you in our next videos.